Sporting events around the world were hit hard by the coronavirus pandemic, with many organizers suffering financially. That's with the notable exception of Wimbledon, which had taken out a $2 million insurance policy, which will see them pocketing $141 million. But how many are willing to take that risk? That's a question we put to ISSA President Keith Wellington.
The year 2020 was greeted with banquets and balls, with many making the usual resolution. But little did they know it was a year that was going to send many hiding behind a mask. Sports across the world suffered as events were cancelled one after the other. The ISSA Boys and Girls Championships is a must-see, but not this year. The marquee event was chalked off the calendar. It's the event that ISSA relies on for the lion's share of revenues. So just imagine the significant hit that was suffered.
As most people are aware, Champs is our bread and butter in terms of what brings in cash to maintain the office and also to cover a number of sporting competitions we have that are not sponsored. So in terms of intake from Champs, we would be grossing over $150 million and probably netting around about $60 million or so. So that's the extent of what we would have lost out on by not staging Champs this year.
Unlike Wimbledon, not many organizers had the foresight to insure their events against disasters and pandemics. But it's something ISSA could consider.
I'm not sure exactly how we would be able to finance a policy that takes into consideration all the eventualities. A pandemic is not something that happens every day, and so we would have to sit with our insurers and see what our options are.
Football is ISSA's second top earner, but with the new season set for a late start and possibly without spectators, there could be a further hit to the coffers of the association.
We don't make a lot of money in excess of what we spend on schoolboy football. However, with football, we have expenses that we will incur based on where we are in the preparation, and so there will be a loss. However, we are hoping that it would not be too significant.
In our next report, we look at how ISSA could cash in to avoid any significant losses down the road.